Another episode of About the Night, episode 49. I got to question it nowadays. 49?
Yep.
We're almost a full circle calendar year in this bitch.
Almost halfway to 100.
Happy Thanksgiving, guys. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, world.
Appreciate you for letting us tune in and hang out with you in your living room while you're getting ready to get your turkey on. You know what I mean? I was out, man. I was out today, man. Let me go ahead and first off by start out this message. Beam team, baby. Beam team, nigga. Feel that. You feel that? Beam team. 7 in a row.
I feel
7.
something. I feel something.
Yeah. We went out there and waxed Memphis the other day, Tuesday. Memphis. Now, they gave us a run for our money. That fourth quarter bullshit that we usually get, they gave us a quick little scare. But, man, I'm amazed by what the Kings are doing right now. And, I mean, obviously, it's still early. This is only week 2. But, nigga, we still looking good.
Y'all already got a slogan.
The Beam team? Turn on the beam. Beam me up, Scotty. Beam.
Don't you gotta win something like of significance to get some type of T-shirt made?
For us, 7 in a row is a significant. What'd you say? I can't even say it.
Significant?
Yeah, it's a tongue twister. Anyways, but that's huge for us. That's already 10 wins. Look at it this way: we got a whole season to go, and our normal average is 30.
Did y'all win today?
Do we play today?
I think Trey Young got y'all, man.
I didn't even take a look at that.
Y'all playing Atlanta next or what?
No, they was playing Atlanta
Tonight?
Yeah, they was playing them tonight.
Man,
I don't know. Check us in. Did they win or lose? They might be 8 in a row.
Someone chime in. Let us know in the comments, man, because I'm trying to. I didn't see no beam on the way home though.
Oh, then there's no beam.
Besides the Christmas tree lighting, man, it was actually pretty dope in Old Sac tonight, man. I will say that. It was actually pretty packed. They put on a little quick show, a little Santa, you know what I mean, against Frost. They had the lights and the whole block just lit. It was cool.
Okay.
Shout outs to, what was that? Who put it on? Fox 40. I think KCRA3 was there too. Whoever put it on, they had slamps in there. It was pretty dope. 65-foot tree, one of the largest that's ever been out here in Sacramento. So
Where exactly?
The Old Sac, right in between the steam mill,
Oh, yeah.
between Stage 9, right in that whole area, man. It was cool. I'm used to seeing that in the Bay Area, at Fisherman's Wharf. You go out there in November, they usually have the Christmas tree lighting. Never out here in Sacramento like that. So, man, it was nice to see.
So, quick update, man. Sacramento Kings lost.
Wow.
Atlanta Hawks won.
Ruined the goddamn sweet-ass Christmas moment with that badass news.
They ended the 7-game winning streak.
God damn it.
Back to
Trey Young with 35.
Oh, yeah. Damn. Back to where they normally are.
Hey, man, we got
They had a good run. They got a good run. I was and I'll be honest, I'm bullshitting and stuff. Playing. I've watched some of the games. It definitely does look different.
Yeah, definitely.
Than what I'm used to seeing how the Kings play, because they play like the Raiders. They give you all that. They give you all that inspiration, all those good feelings, and then they yank your heart out at the last second. So it's good to see that that team was winning, because if they winning, then the city winning.
Right.
And the businesses is winning.
Right.
So that's always a good thing.
What was the score?
It was, I think Atlanta won, it was 115 to 104.
So we've been dipping under the 120, 115, because we've been scoring a lot. That's really what's been contributing to our winning, fast break points, things like that. Darren Fox.
He probably took that game personal because y'all skipped up on Trey.
I mean, who haven't we skipped up on, though?
That's true.
We've skipped up on a lot of players.
Bro, that many players that y'all skipped on, bro, they got a whole all-star team.
True.
Yeah.
On the players like Klay Thompson, Luka.
Yeah.
We can go all the way back to Vince Carter.
We even skipped on Dame Dollar.
Yeah. Like this.
That's crazy.
Dudes, y'all didn't. I mean, a lot of people slept on Steph, but I'm not going to include him. I'm talking about some of the major guys.
Right.
There was a lot of guys y'all passed on. The best draft player y'all had has pretty much been Fox.
Yeah.
What about DeMarcus Cousins? You ain't gonna give Cousins his love?
He's trying to come back. You see that?
But I just don't. I mean, I'll give it to him. I mean, he was a good player.
He was a beast when he was with the Kings.
But
Africans
I'm
love
talking
him.
about recent memory though. Like
Africans
DeMarcus
love
hasn't been there in a while.
Where is DeMarcus Cousins? They love him. Oh my God.
DeMarcus Cousins.
Very true. I mean, DeMarcus has kind of been everywhere. But let's get into what happened with y'all, man. Anything crazy happen? Obviously, I hit the Christmas tree lighting. What happened this week with y'all?
Oh man, it was chill.
Yeah.
Chill weekend, man. Just son's birthday, that whole thing.
Happy birthday, Jay.
Happy birthday.
Turned 13 and everything. It was a pretty chill weekend. When I watched the games, man, my Niners, doing their thing. Monday night.
Yeah, man.
It's out there in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
So they killed it. So no, it was pretty simple.
What about
Nothing
you,
too
Tony?
Nothing really. Shit. I mean, I can't even think of what I did. I kind of just chilled, laid back. Really.
You didn't get into a few fights this weekend?
Oh no, that's on the site. No, that's different. That's no. But other than that, no, nothing. Shit.
What happened?
That wasn't even on the weekend. That was a weekday.
What happened?
Shit.
Weekday fight.
Oh, bro.
Ran into
When we work in patrol, bro, it's just the craziest shit, man. Something you have to realize is you're not working. At the clubs, we're dealing with drunk people that don't listen to you, that just go off. At this other side, you're worried about straight up tweakers, and that's a different race of people. Like they're like cockroaches. It'll be like 9:30, and out of nowhere, you just see them coming out, doing weird shit.
It's like The Walking Dead, boy.
It's the craziest shit I've ever seen. Like it's a whole different race of people. They'd be sitting there staring like at the ground, looking for something. I was like, so I go up there, and I love fucking with them. I'll go up there, and be like, well, you look, I can help you look for it. I might have seen it earlier. And he goes, yeah, I know, right? I thought it was over there. No, it was over there. They're just like, bro, I get into it. They're like, oh, whatever store you got, I'm on it too. Let's go.
It was across the street.
It was across the street. He's like, I'm going, bro. And it's like, whatever trip they're on.
Let me help you walk you over there.
Oh, I fucking love it. But recently, they've been getting aggressive recently, man. Just like pulling out knives. I mean, there's just little knives, but just little things like that. I had to fucking hold one, but I had to literally choke him with my foot because he was going crazy. Just every time.
Was he robust, Tony?
No, but they ain't none of them robust. They all just skinny little white kids on bikes, just running around, just doing their thing, I guess, whatever it is they're doing. The craziest thing I saw was when I was in line at McDonald's, and I couldn't believe what I saw. I was getting my food, and there was one dude there, and he had a bunch of foil, some pipes, some other stuff. You could tell, for whatever he had.
It's his kit.
It was his little kit he had. And I saw some cars pull up, right? And then they parked. So I'm thinking, oh, damn, it's kind of late. They ain't going to go inside, are they? Shit. No, they got out. 3 different people got out, and they went to him behind the McDonald's. And he handed each person their portion of foil.
Their portion of cornbread.
Wow.
And they just, I don't know what they were doing. It took a while. All of them took a while. And all of a sudden, you just see them all. You see one guy. And I'm like, oh, shit. Oh, they're doing heroin. Oh my! I was like, oh my God. And so I was just like, you're kidding me right now, bro. I couldn't believe it.
I was very descriptive. I didn't really know what you were doing right there. First, I thought you were lighting the crack.
No, because I was watching the whole thing, and I just
say crack.
As soon as that was done, I went around. Right, this is the funniest part. I went around because I was like, I can't believe I'm gonna get a picture of this. Next thing you know, Sacramento comes, right. Sacramento Police Department comes. So I'm like, oh, they busting out. And all he does is get a spotlight. Goes, go do that shit somewhere else. That's all he said. Didn't arrest him. Didn't nothing.
Just said, go do it somewhere else. He probably recognized him.
Didn't even care. It's the craziest thing, though.
It's a different world, you said, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Got his first and last name already.
More ready? What happened with you this weekend?
Man, this weekend was chill for me, man. Just doing some work around the house, getting some stuff in order, man, cleaning up a little bit, throwing away some unneeded trash, and then Sunday, chilled with the fellas, man. Got to watch some games. Watched my Niner game on Monday. We took care of business in Mexico, but I mean, it was a chill weekend, man.
Right.
I had a weekend off, no traveling or nothing, so it was solid. Just relax.
Jimmy G got me 25 in the fantasy.
You played Jimmy G?
Well, it's a flex league where you can have 2 quarterbacks. So yeah, I got Patty Mahomes, and then in a flex position, I got Jimmy G.
You had some balls,
right?
Yeah, I wouldn't just play Jimmy on the normal, but it's
like, damn.
It's a weird lead. Everyone says it, but it kind of allows for high-scoring games, and anybody could be that flex. But me personally, why not have a secondary quarterback over?
No, he killed it. He had a good game.
He showed up and showed out. Yeah,
for sure.
So,
speaking before we get to a lot of topics, in the spirit of Thanksgiving tomorrow, let's just get to that part right now.
Okay.
What's the best food? Thanksgiving, and then what's overrated?
The dressing.
No, what's overrated is sweet potato.
Yeah,
Okay.
fuck.
Sweet potatoes?
I hate sweet potatoes so much.
But you like pumpkin pie?
No, that's not for.
No,
black
but that's
people.
not the pie.
That's
Are
not-
you
I
talking
don't
about
like
sweet
that
potato
one.
pie? Or are you talking about just sweet potatoes?
I'm talking about the pie and sweet potato yams.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yams? You
yeah.
gonna hate on the yams?
Yeah,
though?
yams. To me, potatoes are
The
not
hell
supposed to
with
be
yams
sweet.
too. They don't taste like anything. What is this?
You told well, somebody must not know how to use seasoning in your family. Then it's supposed to taste like cinnamon, a little nutmeg, brown sugar. You know what I mean?
You ain't had no yams with
This
the
is the
marshmallow
same as that
with the
grits
marshmallow
conversation,
on the
y'all.
top.
I'm telling you right now, man. Same as that grits bullshit. No, bro. Like, no.
The savory grits.
Oh, my God.
Sugar.
Let's not start that.
Let's get
again.
it going. Let's get it going.
Start that again. All right, but y'all both got yams. Is the one that's overrated?
To me,
Overrated?
yeah, that's the most overrated.
What's the best one?
Like I said, dressing, man, with some
That's the
cranberry
best?
sauce for me.
That's
Yeah.
number one.
That's for
Yeah.
me. Yeah, not stuffing, dressing. It's a big difference.
I like the stuffing with the cranberry.
I'm stuffing. Ain't that the same?
Stuffing and
What's
cranberry.
the difference
Dressing.
between stuffing and dressing?
Yeah, exactly.
Tomato.
Man, I think that's a region thing.
Well, how about
Like,
this?
where
How
you
about this?
from, you
You,
say
you make
dressing,
it with
where you-
cornbread from scratch instead of the box stuff,
You gonna eat your cornbread?
which really ain't cornbread. It's just like,
Yeah, but
You
You
it's
talking about
just
stovetop?
dried.
Stovetop?
yeah.
Hey, stovetop is fine.
That shit does go to work.
Yeah,
I ain't
it's
gonna lie.
okay if you ain't got the time to make it, but I'm
It
just
made
saying,
Dave
dressing
Chappelle
is
kick
different.
somebody in the pussy.
Mm-hmm.
That stovetop is something serious.
Mm-hmm.
Stovetop it does go to work.
Man, so dressing number one.
Yeah.
What's overrated?
I'm gonna say if you still bringing that goddamn fruit salad, man, I swear I'm gonna just start chucking somebody's fruit salad at the door. I'm
Bring
tired
that
of
fruit
the,
salad.
Facts.
you know, with the coconuts and the grapes, that fruit salad. Shit. Oh no, man, just
I'll
Is
be
it
honest
green
with
with little marshmallows?
No, it's white.
I don't know.
I'll
it's
be
white,
honest with you.
yeah.
I've never seen nobody bring no fruit salad to no place. If I do, get that shit up out of here. I ain't never seen that, so I didn't even know that was rated. So I didn't even know that was a thing.
But if you want to really talk about overrated, I'm a still two, I guess. It's the mac and cheese.
No, you tripping.
It's either it's fire or it's not.
Throw-
The overrated part is everybody wants to bring mac and cheese, and there'd be
'Cause
like
it's so
4
good.
different dishes of mac and
Throw
cheese.
this buffalo
When
away.
you know,
Facts.
hold on, wait. When you
Facts.
know mom's mac and cheese always be hitting. So what's the point of bringing your mac and cheese when you know there's already a mac and cheese
Okay,
there?
now you add a little caveat to that. So you basically what you saying is there's some people's
Do you know what
macaroni.
caveat
There's
is,
a
Swinson?
spectrum of macaroni and cheese.
Right.
So you're not saying it's overrated.
Not in general. You
saying
gotta have
that
a mac
some
and
people
cheese
just don't
in
know
it.
how to make it.
Yeah,
That's a different thing. That's not
Yes.
saying
Yes,
overrated.
that is a different thing.
it's overrated the fact that people feel like they have to bring mac and cheese, knowing damn well it's already there.
No, if you cook your stuff on a goddamn stove, then don't bring your shit here. It need to be baked in the oven.
Well, I mean, it start out in the stove. You know what I mean? You got to make the cheese in the pot, man. You got to stir that shit up with the milk and shit. Keep that shit going. It starts in the stove. What you talking about? But then you finish it in the
Flicking the
oven.
wrist?
You finish it, yeah. You know,
But
flick
I'm,
it,
I'm
flick
talking
it.
about some craft macaroni.
Oh,
We
nigga,
ain't
if you
doing
come with that, bro, yeah.
we ain't doing no easy mac.
Oh yeah,
There's a
yeah,
problem
yeah,
with
yeah,
it.
Yeah,
I'm
that's get up out of here.
yeah, get up out of here
Up outta
right
here.
now,
If you bringing craft, you better You can say it's for the kids, but then you got to bring like some real grown.
bro. The
up mac
kids
and
ain't
cheese.
eating that.
Facts.
The
True that,
kids
too.
want the baked
That
macaroni and
is true.
cheese. I'll say overrated. This to me number one, and it's the biggest thing on the plate. Get that turkey up out of here, bro.
Oh, okay, okay,
It's
okay.
like eat like because you talked about it's a spectrum.
Right.
Now I've had some fried turkey.
Okay.
It's fire.
Mm-hmm.
Not everybody knows how to do that. Nobody has the brain capacity to do that.
Right. You talking about like deep fried turkeys? Yeah, them shits be.
But
motherfucking
most people can't do that, so I'm
fire.
gonna put that to the side. Regular ass turkey,
The
people be making that shit taste like sandpaper.
Dry
That
as
should be
shit.
That shit do be
Dry
dry.
as
I
fuck.
agree.
This Mojave Desert
Agree.
dry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel you there.
It's
And
a skill
like,
to make a turkey.
To me, that is the most overrated thing. And
Correct.
number one,
I could
the
do
one
it.
that you hating on.
Of
But I'm gonna play devil's advocate. So you already brought up the mac and cheese because I love me some sides. Sides is the best part.
Facts.
But best part to me is the pies, baby.
One thing
Give me that
he
pies.
hates, huh?
Just don't say
Which-
cherry
which
pie.
pies?
So I ain't gonna say any pie. Dutch apple pie
Yep.
is the
Okay.
best
I'll
pie
give you that
ever.
one.
Okay.
No.
And there's a difference between Dutch apple pie and apple pie. There's a difference.
What's the difference?
That crumbs on top with the cinnamon and all that.
Is there a difference
and then you
between?
put that in the microwave 15 seconds, and you put that scoop of
Ice
vanilla
cream.
bean ice cream on.
Okay.
Let
It's
it
work.
melt on.
Is it
boy.
different?
work.
Is there a difference between pie and cobblers though?
Yeah,
There is a difference,
Yeah.
but I'll say this: you bring cobbler to Thanksgiving, I'm
Yeah,
eating.
fucking that up
I'm
too.
Yeah.
putting that
Yeah.
put that on the
peach
plate.
cobbler is the hardest.
Put that on the plate. I can't put it.
Man, peach cobbler.
Dutch apple pie to me is it that breeds Thanksgiving for me. Thanksgiving and Christmas. I'm a fan of both pies.
Yeah.
Sweet potato. You know how people say you sweet potato or pumpkin. I like them both. I'll be honest with you. I think they both had their consistency.
I hate pumpkin pie.
I think sweet
I hate
potato's
both.
more softer. I think pumpkin's a little bit more
pumpkin
thicker.
pie is disgusting.
But what's fire is pumpkin cheesecake.
I was gonna say cheesecake in
shit.
general, man, for real. I can't wait for that. Hey, pumpkin cheesecake though is fire.
I've never had pumpkin
I have
cheesecake.
seen-
I
Yeah,
love
yeah.
pecan pie. That's
Pecan
pie is fire.
Pecan good.
Pecan pie is
too.
fire. Yeah.
I ain't got it number one. That's my only thing. I ain't got it.
I feel like I'm more black when I eat pecan pie. Something about it.
Bruh.
Black would be lemon meringue.
See, that's real black shit.
You real nigga then.
My grandma loved that type
Yeah,
of
yeah.
That's like-
yeah,
that's-
my dad make
Or
that.
some
You was born before the 60s.
or some banana pudding.
Oh,
Banana pudding is cool. Bread pudding is fucking
Yeah.
fire, man.
Yeah.
Bread pudding is fire. Yeah, I've had bread pudding in places. It's hella good. Getting hungry.
shit. I know, right? Over here talking
We're
about
gonna
pudding.
eat good tomorrow. Go ahead.
Man, let's go ahead and take it off with this crazy recent events that's been happening out here in the world of Colorado. I'm gonna say I find it to be a hate crime, me personally, just right out of the gate. But there was a Club Q, where somebody walks into the club immediately and pulls out and starts shooting people at random. I feel like it's at random, even if you did have a target. There was too many other innocent people that were hit. So I feel like in that aspect alone, it was a hate crime. But it makes me start believing about like our security system and our how we do things out here and how it prepares other cities and states to realizing that you need to be just doing this in general. Security in any type of night venue or venues in general is what it's almost coming down to. Need to have specific security out there to stop these senseless acts. The nightclub was supported by the LGBTQ. Did I say that right? I had to try to LGBT.
It's supposed to be LGBTQ
CMS
plus
with me,
A
yeah.
too, but
Yeah, it was a club out there that they were able to go, especially in that city. That was the only one that they had in that city. So,
And I heard it was popular. It seemed
5 did, over 25 injured.
25 injured. How many rounds is that? You know?
He let go. Based on what I was hearing,
it's just a 30 clip.
I heard it was two segments.
he
shooting.
started shooting off, and then I guess he went to go. I guess he went to go reload, and then that's when 2 people jumped on him. So that shout out to them people, who did jump on the gunman, who had the courage to do that, because they saved a lot more lives from dying or people getting hurt.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think that was
From someone who was ex-military, which is crazy and courageous, right?
Yeah, and then I think they interviewed one of them. They was talking about. They said, "Yeah, man, like I'd probably been dead. Like
That's
if they
crazy.
didn't jump on them."
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? So shout out to them if they ain't getting their flowers, and stuff like that. But that's
He got his licks in, is what I heard. He took his pistol and smacked him a few times in the head with it. That's the reason why he's in the. He told his story. Yeah. Smacked him in the head a few times with his pistol.
He had a pistol and didn't shoot him with a pistol?
I mean, he was military, so you're not gonna just do a vicious act. You stop the vicious act from happening, and then
So I didn't hear that part. So
Yeah.
he pistol.
Look at now the rules of the
rules
of the road.
after he detained him, yes.
Yeah, rules of the road.
No, I would have.
There's a threat.
I didn't
Take the threat down.
I didn't
shoot
know
it down.
I did not.
Like,
I did not.
period.
Oh, so did he take the gun from him?
Yeah. So
Oh.
they
Got it.
disarmed.
So
They
he didn't
disarmed
have,
him.
He didn't have his own.
They
gun.
disarmed him.
I got
That's
you.
what I
Right.
meant.
Yeah,
I
I'm
got
sorry.
you.
Maybe I
I
should
got
have
you.
explained
So
that
he
a little
pistol
better.
whipped him with his own gun.
With his
Yeah.
own gun. So basically, they detained him, grabbed him, and he got okay.
Yeah.
I'm right.
So he got his licks in.
Because I ain't gonna lie, if he had his own thing, there wouldn't even been no tussle.
Exactly. He'd have shot him. No, it was
just,
the guy who jumped on him as they
I got it.
took him down, disarmed him, and continued to inflict a little pain.
So what do we? You brought up the security part,
Yeah,
which I
man.
think
That's why I want to know how did it happen? What happened?
we always bring this up.
I don't get it.
Well, because when you I looked at the venue, like the front of it, man, it's almost like in one of them mini malls. It's not like in a location that we normally used to, like downtown.
So did he go to security and shoot security first, or what?
No, he walks into the club.
Yeah.
So he got in with the gun.
Yeah, within minutes,
Oh, see,
and he
that's-
unloads.
so they-
He wasn't
That's
in
where they
there-
fucked up.
He wasn't even in there long enough to
Yeah. So
have
they
a
wouldn't have done
conversation.
that,
So
We
that
would've
makes-
wanted you
So
down.
that makes me think that they didn't really have no safety precautions or protocol to checking people. They probably ain't even used to that. So when you think
It's
about
Colorado.
it, maybe it's not that. Maybe it's not that type of that type of spot that has that type of violence, or they have that issue on a normal basis, maybe that's a place that everybody's having fun at.
It sounded like it. Like I mentioned, it wasn't just the LGBTQ community. It was a lot of couples that were there. One of the victims that died was there with his girlfriend.
Well, that's why I don't like saying that it was a gay club and nothing.
Right.
Obviously, more people that are not still go to that place.
Right.
It's just that's a place I guess that they embrace them they welcome them more.
It was a good vibe.
Spot.
Yeah.
So
I mean, hold on. So when you real quick, just when you heard the story, I mean, you heard it off the news, right? And that's what you heard it off of, right? You heard LGBTQ. To be honest, I mean, I think it'd be more respectable just to say it was a club where people were killed. But there's also a motive for that, and there's a reason why they said it the way they said it.
Because it was a hate. It was a hate
but it
crime.
was a hate crime.
Right.
If it wasn't an LGBTQ community type
hate
club,
towards who? Who towards
if it were just a regular club, let me be 100% honest. Do you think it would be that type of hate crime?
Is that so? Does he have a?
Would it be a same type of situation? Like, would someone come
No, that's
in
not
and
what I'm
just?
saying. You're not listening. Was there some type of? Did he write? What is it called when they write their fucking?
The statement.
Did he write that this is? Because here's my thing. I heard he was non-binary. Like this dude's like literally part of the LGBTQ community. So it's like, what's the deal with that? I'm like, wait, he's part of them. So how's it a hate crime if he's part of them? Like if I go kill black people, like now it's a hate crime? What the hell? Like no.
So you think there was no motive?
I think he just wanted to kill people, or he hated people in there, or they pissed him off last week.
So you think so you're going and so we don't know fully.
Yeah,
I don't know fully, but that's a big leap to make when it's the only club that does embrace that place.
And that's what I'm saying is like he was part of that community. They maybe kicked him out the night prior. There's people that get pissed like when we fucking do something or we kick him out the night prior.
And you want to walk in and just light the whole place up.
They tell us, bro,
not specific
El
people.
Ray, 8 people dead.
You can't be talking names like that when it's
I don't know what I'm saying, but I'm
Well,
being real.
Close. It's close.
I'm being real though.
Cool.
Yeah, that's what happened.
You
You know how many times they told us they were going to shoot and kill us?
Yeah.
The night I was supposed to work. I wouldn't work. That's the night it happened. I'm like, dude, out of all nights, they would always come up and say they're going to shoot us all.
When I leave, you know to leave too, man. That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah,
right?
With that. So
I don't know. I still think it's too much of a coincidence that's the only club because and I don't like saying gay club as a like there's something wrong. There's nothing wrong, but it's just that's a club that embraced people of that community to come and have a good time.
Right.
And if that's the only one there,
just sounds so funny.
If that's the one there, then
I wouldn't say it's the
I don't
only
think
one
it's
there.
funny, but
It's funny because you say it's. What's funny is it's a hate crime. Man, all crime hateful? Like, damn, you gonna murder somebody? That's pretty hateful.
I
think you blending it when you say stuff like that because then you're making it all the same. If someone's going in with a motive specifically for a certain group,
but we don't know that with
then
him.
I think there's a lot of stuff that's come out. One thing I found out is that he's the grandson of an assembly member that's here in Sacramento. Just found that out. He's the grandson of this person.
So let's look at his social media and see what he.
But what I'm saying is that I think that we're jumping to conclusions because we're getting the conspiratorial, try to make agendas and stuff like that when you don't even have all the facts.
Okay.
But
Right.
I feel like that's where we're going. But it seems like the only club
Well,
has home. Well, wait a minute. That's the only club that has that group that's welcome. And that's the one that has all these deaths. Where obviously they must not have had that many issues because he just was able to go in there unchecked. So,
but it's not
I'm not going to go on the limb of just saying that we need to blend it. Every crime's a hate crime or everything is hateful. Nah, there's certain groups that get targeted. That's something to speak about, and that shouldn't happen.
Well, it's not conspiratorial to say that that they're not politicizing it. You know what I mean? They are, obviously, because here's what's funny. I don't even know about this. I don't know about this at all. But I already heard CNN. I already heard Fox. I already heard it all going at it. And I'm like, oh, they're already putting out this, and he was this, and he was that, and they were this, and they were that. And here we go. Ban it all. Ban the guns. I'm like, here we go. I don't even know what's going on, but they're politicizing it.
But see, you made
already.
another joke. You didn't really address what I just said. You just addressed how CNN and Fox News and all these other outlets addressed it.
Well, because
and how they reported
you said
it.
it
That's
wasn't.
their fault.
You said it wasn't because you said that it's not conspiratorial.
No, it should not be conspiratorial.
And that's what I'm saying.
It shouldn't be.
Well, I was assuming the fact that when you're saying conspiratorial, you're thinking that I'm thinking it's conspiracy.
Why are you using these big words and shit?
let them do their thing.
Conspiratorial and
Right.
shit. Like,
I
let
thought
them
that
have
you were
their
thinking.
dialogue.
I thought you were thinking I was making it conspiratorial based on the fact that the news was saying that.
I see your point though, the hypothetical that you
No,
put
no,
in
no,
there
no.
because
I
we don't
wasn't
have
even-
the
I wasn't
facts.
even, no, I wasn't even talking about the news. I'm not. That's not even my thing.
He's
I'm
talking
I'm
about
talking-
the agenda that the news is actually putting out there. He's trying
Yeah.
to say that it's
But
having to
that's-
do with guns.
That's a whole. We already know that's coming. They going the news outlets.
But
are
they
gonna-
did it
they're
immediately.
They're going to take advantage of any event. They're not creating the event. The event happens. They take that story and they spin it to fit their narrative.
Yeah.
But that's. I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about the situation at hand. Forget what CNN and everybody else is MSNBC.
Hold
are
on.
putting.
I see
I'm
the
talking about
disconnect.
wait a minute. I'm talking about the crime itself.
Right.
The fact is, you got one.
You
club
said hate
that-
crime.
It
You
is.
said LGBTQ.
It is.
The news came out and said all that, and they're going to use that as an agenda. That's what I'm saying.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't. That doesn't take away from what actually happened. I don't really care how the news is going to spin it. They're going to spin it however they want to spin it. It's a hate crime of what just transpired. I don't give a fuck what
Very
Fox
true.
News
Okay.
and what CNN and whatever they say.
We'll give you hate
That's
crime.
what
Cool.
it is. Like
crime.
like
Where people are murdered that shouldn't have been.
Crime is
Period.
crime.
like,
Regardless.
the
Right.
funny, the label's so funny. Like it's a fucking crime. Like, the fuck
So,
they
so
murdered
Tony,
people.
you don't think hate crimes exist?
I'm just confused on your guys' definition of crime. Like it's like to me, it's all hateful. All of
Do
it.
you think someone,
Nah,
if
you're playing-
someone's angry
nah,
at somebody,
you're trying to blend it. There is hate crimes. There are specific crimes that certain groups get targeted, and if you have a motive
So yes,
to go after
yes,
that
I agree
particular
with that.
group, then yes,
I
there
agree
is.
with that. But
that's-
I'm saying this. I don't know. I just don't know with this. I don't.
my thing is if you bring a gun into a club, aren't you gonna?
They said
hit-
he's
you-
non-binary, so
but
why
you-
is he hating
who-
his own people?
But wouldn't there be a specific target? Wouldn't there just be one, maybe even two specific targets? Let's say you got kicked out by 2 people, 3 people, 4 people. You got kicked out by a group of people. You're telling me that you wouldn't go back in there and directly get those people who you have a problem with, but opposed to that, you hit 5 people and then injured 25 more. That's not a hate crime?
That's
And
what
we
I'm
can't
confused,
label
is
it
I'm just
hate
like-
crime because of that? Or is it terrorist? Is that a terrorist? It was a terrorist.
I think Tony,
Somebody hired him to go in there and
I
do
think
all that.
Tony's saying there's not enough details to
There's not. I'm just like, dude.
to categorize it as a hate crime.
You have to fill
I
your
just
own
don't know.
story, though. You have to fill the reason why this happened. Why did it happen?
Because most of
We
the-
don't
you
know.
have no answer.
but
You have no
don't know.
answer to tell their family.
because we know exactly. No, that's bullshit. Because when K Street happened, we knew exactly what it was.
It was
Right when
gang
it happened.
members, wasn't
Okay.
No, but that's the point. And then nobody said
What'd you
that.
just do?
But
What'd you
nobody said that it was a hate crime. We knew what it was at that moment.
Mm-hmm.
As Witten just pointed out, when someone goes into a spot like that and goes shooting up the spot, there's usually a target. There's a motive. This is very ballistics detectives. They know how to look at a scene and see what happened. Something like this. What does this reminisce from? Orlando, where over 100 people
does,
got killed.
yeah.
This is how and you targeted this one particular place. Even if once we get to all the details, it's pointing to that direction.
So question.
Now we're just playing semantics to say, oh, I don't know.
So what happened in downtown? If that would have happened at Faces, would it have been?
Depends on the situation. If you would have had, so I'll give you a perfect example. You just had the spot at Lowbrow where the dude got killed. That was one guy. Obviously, that wasn't a hate crime because you could tell there was a target.
Right.
That dude said something. He got killed. If that happened at the place you just named, then that's how they would categorize it. But if you go in there spraying where 25 plus get killed and 5 or get injured, 5 die, you calling it a hate crime just like this. I think there's a difference. I think detectives are able to determine these type of things. You look at these situations. People just don't go into these spots going shooting. If you somebody in there going for a target, I'm sorry, you ain't gonna have 25 injured.
I actually been, we've been doing.
So what does that mean now? It's a hate crime. What does that mean? What bonuses get put out, or what the fuck happens?
It's not about bonuses. It's the fact that you got a group. It seems like you're trying to diminish what it is. You got a particular group.
So okay,
Well, and it
let's
doesn't- and
raise it up. It
and
is what it is.
it's
So
not
what do
even-
we get from it?
It's not
Honestly,
about
it's
not
what
about
it's a-
raising it. I think you're looking at it the wrong way. It's not
Just
about
so
raising
confused
it.
off.
It's
I
not
guess
confusing.
murder's murder.
It's really not confusing. It's the fact that you have a
confusing to me.
situation that you have a group that got targeted, which that shouldn't have been. Just
So does he
based
get
on
less time? Does he get more time because of it?
No, you can. I mean, in
No,
general,
they would-
time
I'm really
is
asking
time.
questions. Does he get more time, less time?
Time is time, but what he's done,
What is he-
what it's done is I actually had plans to visiting Faces and actually getting footage. As you guys know, we go out to each of these clubs out here. As my boy Warren was just out there in Reno, we go out and we get footage of locations. Faces is probably one of the best venues out here as far as location wise,
And drinks.
venue wise. How it looks. You know what I mean? Like it's a great, dope venue out here, and I definitely wanted to hit it as a nightclub. But now, you have to look at it as because what the media is portraying, like, dude, am I going to go in there? Is someone going to actually have a hate crime against people right now and just wanted to just, you know,
You're talking about it being stigmatized?
basically, right? Am I right?
So
How
what do
would you
mean?
feel now knowing that people are targeting certain locations?
I'm not gonna go
I just
that
don't-
far.
And I'm just saying that is
I'm
he was
not gonna-
asking.
I'm
Those,
not
I
gonna
feel
go
like
that
those are some
far.
of the repercussions that certain people start feeling.
Because you're saying now it's going to be a trend of going to. I'm not going to say that.
And I hate saying that, but I'm just saying that some people kind of do feel
we
that way.
would have to start seeing that a little bit more close in proximity for something like that. I get what you're saying. though.
Hate crime is a hate crime,
I get
man.
I get what you're saying, but
Why did these people? Why did they deserve that? What was the hate? Usually nothing but love up in those places in
I would do a
general.
hate crime
yeah,
tomorrow.
but
I'm
it could have been
gonna
anybody.
punch a
Could have,
tweaker.
you know, if we speak
I
to the
hate
person
him.
that
Shit.
did this,
Mm.
they
hate,
could
hate,
they
hate,
could have
hate.
you know just felt that way and you know they decided to take this out. Ain't no different than the dude that went and shot up the grocery store and killed all the black people and said sorry to the white dude. That you just got up one morning and you felt like doing something. That's a hate crime right there.
That's a fact.
But that's what I'm saying is
I don't
that
care what they call that.
it's-
Fuck him.
it's-
That's all I care about.
but but it does matter because
Mm-hmm.
you do need to track these things because you cannot categorize it as a normal shooting. If you
But that's
if
my
you
thing. What
target
happens,
a
though?
specific
What
group,
happens
it
then?
needs to be. It's not about what happened. I think you're missing the
What's
point.
the categorizing?
You're
do?
not. You're missing
Is
the
there-
point. You
I'm
have
not-
to
I'm trying to
categorize.
understand.
It's
You're
stigmatized.
not
Is it-
listening.
does
You're
it
not
get-
listening though. That's the thing.
It gets put in a book.
You can't. You just
I'm
keep.
so
You just
confused.
keep. You
Share the
just keep
knowledge.
going.
Share the knowledge.
That's what I'm
Oh.
saying. Like,
Share it. Let
you
them
have
have
to
it.
categorize and chronicle what happens. So you can be like, oh, you got this situation that happened at this time. It's not about what the sentencing
So you can try to
is.
stop it. I'm really
No,
asking
but you
questions. I'm like, what?
There's a
You're
combination.
like, no,
of
you're
things.
stupid. I'm like, no, I'm asking questions.
But it's like I didn't say that. You used that.
I know.
But
Try to
what I'm,
manipulate it, but I'm
what,
like,
what I'm
asking.
saying is that you have to chronicle what happens. That's how you
Okay.
categorize it.
Thank you.
So it's ain't no difference in this. So to you, then if you ain't gonna chronicle it, then what's the difference between death when it comes to suicide and homicide?
Can't
It's
say
death,
shit.
ain't
You
it?
can't say that.
So
That's
why
right.
are you why are you differentiating?
What's it called? Self.
But what I'm
Self-defecate.
saying is that
Self-delete.
you're
Delete.
those
Delete.
things, these categories matter so you can see what a pattern is, what's going on.
To try to solve it. Exactly what I just said. I just said, do you put it in a book and like you go through it? Then you go. That's what I'm asking. That's what
Well,
I'm like.
there's people who do statistics on this stuff all the time. You got to be able to chronicle, be like, oh, okay, this happened this many times. This group was targeted this many times.
Mhm.
You would want the same thing for any group. That's the reason why they do it. That's why they
Right.
chronicle it that way.
I'm sure, but that's
wanna-
so
I
small.
wanna
I didn't.
take
I wasn't
a-
even thinking of that. I was thinking like, I'm thinking of like how they're politicizing it and shit like that. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not even talking about that.
They're
I
putting
I
in
think
the
that's obvious. They're gonna do
stigmatism
that,
on
and they're gonna
everything.
be like, they're gonna do this. He was done for this. He said the N word. But you know what I mean? Like shit. Okay, cool. Obviously, that's obvious. I just didn't think that we were so honed in on that. Where I was like, fuck, really? I don't know.
We'll see what
But-
happens. What comes in the most recent days, but I do want to take a step back and just take a quick moment because obviously we're talking about the situation and we may be angry about the situations that happen, especially when it comes to passing. And I want to take a moment just to say our prayers and thoughts go out to the families who went away for vacation and didn't come back, or was just there working their normal shift and didn't come back. And there's nothing we could say or do to bring that back, but our condolences, our deepest condolences go out to the families of those who've lost someone to this senseless shooting.
Keep it at 5. Hopefully, those 25 are recovering.
Well,
You have-
Virginia happened. It happened there. at
6.
Walmart.
Yeah, 6 people.
Yeah, I just seen that today, and what's crazy is I was so busy looking for like updates on the other one that when I seen that, I was just like, oh wait, this is too new. Like I don't even want to see, something already because we're just still dealing with and processing what just happened in Colorado. So I ain't necessarily skipped past it. I saw it, but just wasn't really interested to hearing about the continuous shootings, senseless shootings that are happening. You had mentioned something about self-delete earlier. Man, that's been killing me too, bro. I grew up in an era where when Power Rangers first came out, bro, I thought I was a Power Ranger. I used to walk to school. I'm talking like elementary, and like, before you even get there, you wake up, you got your morning muffin, your food, and you watching fucking Power Rangers.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Morning muffin.
Your morning muffin?
Man, it was a ritual. Blueberry muffin, bro. You gotta have that shit hot.
From
Put the
Costco?
butter in that bitch. Oh my god.
No Pop Tart.
Nah, it was a
Oh, I
blueberry
get
muffin.
Pop-Tarts too.
But-
Yeah,
but-
Pop-Tarts.
So I used to
I'ma
go to my
act like-
neighbor's
I'ma
house.
act like Tony right now and ask you some questions.
Yeah.
What's the difference between a afternoon muffin and a morning
And
muffin?
a morning muffin.
What's the difference?
Not the same thing at all.
You don't eat muffins in the afternoon. You eat cupcakes in the afternoon. Muffins are for the morning, nigga. Come on, everybody knows
Hold on,
this,
wait a
nigga.
minute. So the time that I eat it determines what it is?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, so if I eat it
Absolutely.
at night, it's a what?
You gotta put some frosting
A
on it.
night cake?
It's a cupcake. But just in general, I used to go to my neighbor's house, Miss Virginia. She cooked blueberry muffins every morning before we went. And we'd always watch Power Rangers.
Got it.
And, you know, you always want to be a character. You know what I mean? Like, you're this Power Ranger. When that nigga Tommy came, nigga, I was the Green Ranger. If you say he's anything else than the Green Ranger, I get it. He was a White Ranger, and he was dope as fuck at the White Ranger. But if he was anything else than the Green Ranger.
I love that you said that because I'm 100% on board with you on that. Rest in peace to Jason David Frank.
Jason David Frank.
You know, I read up on kind of what happened. Basically, he was in Texas. He was with his wife or ex-wife. They were there trying to work it out. They was in 2 separate hotel rooms. They were having arguments the night before. Just long story short, he locked himself in a room. She called the authorities. He wouldn't respond. He self-deleted.
So, hold on.
That's based on the story. One of the stories that I read that ended up coming out.
What's up, Tony?
So they were married.
They were divorced or going through a divorce.
So they were. That's what I meant. Oh, I mean, they're married. They're going through the divorce. They're in the same hotel.
No, it's different hotel rooms.
Different hotel rooms.
Same hotel though.
But same hotel, yeah. So same hotel, different hotel rooms. And wow, why didn't she just shut the fuck up? I'm sorry, but I'm just like, wait, how the fuck? Wait,
She probably never thought he would do that.
right?
That's
like,
probably her mindset.
and
Well,
I-
we don't know because a lot of times with these guys, man, especially in Hollywood, you don't know.
Okay, I didn't know that.
You don't know what like their mental state and where they are, depression, anxiety, all these different type of things.
bro.
So we don't know what he was necessarily going through at that moment for him to go, for it to go that far. We don't, with men, like we talk about all the time, they struggle in silence. Often, men do. That's why we have the #1 self-delete rate. Is because we are always trying to deal with that stuff without coming out and talking about it.
Yeah, we have a problem with that.
So it always
Diminishes
just stays
your
in,
man
and it gets
status.
and it gets to a certain point where that threshold gets breached, and then you start having thoughts like, unfortunately, what he had.
What was the cause of death? Does anybody know?
He hung
it was
himself,
self-deletion.
yeah.
Oh,
Hung himself. Yeah.
Okay.
I will say, and I want to remember him for how I remember him. I don't want to stick too much on how condolences to the family and things like that.
He
but
left behind 4 kids, right?
I'm gonna say this
Yeah.
right now, bro. He made playing the flute cool.
Oh, he did.
That was the coldest motherfucker
talk.
playing the flute.
With the little dragon
Bro,
dagger.
Hey, everybody
Oh,
wanted that toy.
Dragonoid.
Everybody wanted that.
Was it Dragonoid? No, I wasn't.
Dragon Zord.
Dragon
Zord.
Zord,
Yeah.
man. That was the
Monster
best
Jam.
toy. That was the best flute, like the sword, the dagger,
I like the tiger one better.
and it's just so the
It
white.
was cool. That was the second venture.
I
into
liked
that.
the white suit,
Right.
but I'm sorry, the Green Ranger. And if anybody knows, I'm showing my 80s/90s baby side of myself right now.
Mm-hmm.
Is because he was a bad guy. People who know the show, he was a bad guy to start,
Yeah.
and then he got on the bro. That
He was still a badass when he was on the good
Bro.
side. You know what I mean? That's what you
I
love about
remember
him.
him more as the White Ranger. I'm sorry.
He was saved.
that was
with the
later
sword.
on. Yeah,
With
that,
the sword.
yeah, that came later.
Yeah, like
always had
That
to
was a
say
Ninja Warrior, I believe.
They would get
got
their
into that
swords
ninja
out.
shit.
that,
Yeah.
yeah, that was the movie.
They would get their
I think
sword.
it was the movie that
Yeah.
that got released. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, they had to make right is right. That's what they had to do.
He
Damn.
was the White Tiger, right?
They did.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
didn't-
yeah.
they
The
didn't
White
make it-
Tiger was dope.
Afterwards, though.
The White Tiger was dope.
Yeah.
I didn't like
Nothing like Godzilla.
because he almost beat all the Power Rangers, but like
He
He did.
No, he did. As the Green
Yeah.
Ranger, he was
He-
whooping
he
all
was-
their
yeah,
ass.
he
was. Yeah, he whooped
They
all
couldn't
their
go
asses.
crazy.
Yeah.
yeah, they whooped all his asses.
Crazy.
I mean, in the end, they overcame him. And
No, they
fucking-
couldn't. No, they couldn't beat him. He had to join.
He joined
Yeah.
him.
They
Yeah,
convinced
afterwards.
him to join. It's like we can't beat this nigga.
But he was. I don't know. I didn't really. I was because the reason why I liked the Red Ranger at that time. So I was like, I feel like he was trying to take his girl, the Pink Ranger, and I felt like, and I'll be honest, I felt bad for the Red Ranger because I'm like, the Green Ranger fucks her, bro. gonna be a little better. She's gonna be able to tell.
Oh, she was feeling it though.
She was feeling him too much. I was like, she gonna go with
Why
the
would
Green
you?
Ranger.
Like, come on, man. Women are, they're hypergamous. They look for the better status. They're just
What's
not,
up with you niggas in these big words? Hyperbolous. Nigga, get the fuck. I know what it is, but nigga, we don't.
Extend your vocabulary. When
I
it's
know
gonna help you out in life.
man.
But she saw that golden shining,
Oh,
thing
yeah,
on his
yeah,
chest,
yeah,
and
yeah,
she's
yeah.
like, she looked at the Red Ranger. Why you ain't got a golden chest plate?
Right,
He's
right.
like, hold on, let me go with this guy. Nah, but just shout out to him. That was definitely a big part of my childhood. Running home,
everybody
trying to watch that show.
Yeah.
Like I even had some of the DVDs.
Yeah.
Or not DVD, tapes, VHS tapes, and yeah,
Those
that was a
movies-
big part of my childhood.
Movies
man,
was classic.
Did it always feel like they were fighting in a construction zone next to like the Hollywood sign?
Oh,
Like,
the production.
all day.
Why do I feel like that?
The
They were at
production
school.
was not high quality.
Yeah.
Not at all.
It was
I
like
was like,
Saved
they're
by
right
the
next.
Bell.
I gotta see the Hollywood sign somewhere.
I
Look
felt-
at all that dirt.
You just said it. I felt like
Yeah.
they was using the same set of Saved
real.
by the Bell. They was like,
Right.
all right, next, Power Rangers, let's bring everybody in. Exactly when for real. Like this, it felt like they was.
It was the same school.
It
For
felt
real.
like they was just playing. They was just outside. Like they was at the park across the street.
Except for the movie when they fought, what was it?
Ivan Ooze. Yes,
that's
Ivan
when-
Ooze.
The movie was dope.
The movie
Dude was
production
dope.
was definitely
Yeah.
a lot better.
Right.
But the show was like just I don't know, man. The nostalgia from the show was
But
big time.
Yeah.
You know, you was believing that shit when you was growing
Yeah,
up.
yeah,
and
you
I
trying to
was-
practice
Right.
the move
Yeah, you
outside.
Hey, what Ranger were you
Bro, I
though?
was
Like
trying
for
to
real,
do that.
Bro,
That's no
everybody
lie.
had to
Are
be
you
a Ranger.
kidding
What
me?
Ranger were you? What
I
was your?
well, Green was
Right.
it was him. That's why I like that character so much.
Right.
I was with Tony. I was red. I was Red Ranger.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
Ranger.
no, but my favorite was the Black Ranger
Yeah,
because he was black,
Yeah.
and I love it because it's like it's bro. It's funny because he's black and he had a gun, but it's like it's
True
like,
that. The elephant gun. The
We
elephant
gotta,
gun.
Okay, wait a minute. So we
Yeah,
gotta
the axe.
we gotta attack the elephant in the room or
Right.
the mastodon in the room talking about Power Rangers.
Oh, the big trunks, that's
Bro,
black us. You
Power
know?
Rangers was racist as hell. Why is the Black Ranger black and the Yellow Ranger Asian? girl?
Asian? Because
Yeah, she actually ended up dying, by the way, in a car accident.
because it wasn't so politically correct back then. Like you could be,
Right.
you know
True.
what I mean? Like
So,
it was.
so you saying it was
free.
it was race and color associated? So basically, like, oh yeah, it was Yellow Ranger. Oh yeah, that was Asian. Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, I
Right.
remember.
They was
yeah,
trying to help
man.
you.
Yeah.
Have you seen the new stuff they're trying to pull out now, man? I'm telling you, it's crazy.
I haven't seen them.
They have a new Power Rangers.
Bro,
I
It's
seen that
like-
new movie. It wasn't as bad. To me, I didn't hate it. I thought it was all right. To be honest with you, that new one that they came out a
I
few
never
years ago,
watched it, yeah.
it was actually all right. But they are
Power Rangers pronouns are they and them now?
Yeah, they
like,
tryna-
fucking- bro, I'm telling you, bro, it's
Crazy
it's ridiculous,
stuff.
bro. It's like,
Damn,
oh,
for
here we
real?
go. Yeah,
I was
bro,
forced to
it's
be the
bad.
Blue
It's
Ranger,
bad.
on my squad. I had to be the blue one because someone was the black one, of course. Everybody had to fight over the black one. Everybody in the hood, you had to, you fought over being the Black Ranger,
Facts,
right?
facts.
Whatever.
He was
I ain't
Dan-
gonna lie, that was the least Ranger. Nobody wanted to be him.
Nobody wanted to be
No,
him,
they
but then
were-
somebody else was a Red Ranger. All right, cool.
Right.
And I
'Cause
ain't
he
gonna
was the
pick
leader.
no. Yeah, I ain't gonna pick no girl as a Ranger, so I had to go with the Blue Ranger, which was cool because I ain't find myself nerdy, obviously, but I was, I fucked with the nerds. All through high school, I loved it because they were smart, and I was smart because they were smart. You feel me?
Mr.
Anyways,
Vocab. Mr.
but
Vocab.
that's the reason why. No, for real. Hey, on the real. Shit, man, we went to a smart school. Anyways,
Where'd
but
you
I
go to
got
school?
smarter. I went everywhere though. Went to Laguna Creek High School.
He went to
Capital-
Jamaica's number
Capital
one.
Christian High School.
Jamaica's number
That
one.
shit was no joke. The curriculum over there was 100% different. I'll tell you that. But it taught me some shit. And then I graduated
They
at
taught
Sac
you all
High.
that shit, but they ain't teach you vices.
Yeah, man. Ain't nobody trying to worry about no goddamn vices.
Got it.
Anyways, but that's why Green Ranger was so big for me because when he came around, I got to be able to be like, nah, I'm the Green Ranger. Fuck that. You was the black one. You was the red. I'm the Green Ranger now. I ain't stuck with the blue
Did
one.
you think it was real? Like when you were in art school and school, like you couldn't play with putties. You thought it was gonna come out alive and shit.
What do you mean art school?
Like, they had putty there. Like,
Yeah,
you
the
didn't-
putty. What would they call
Remember the
it?
putties?
I forgot.
It was
what
called
it
putty.
Oh, the
something?
putty. Oh, you're talking about the enemy.
Yeah,
yeah,
little
yeah,
putties.
yeah.
Oh, okay, the putties. Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
fighting with you.
Yeah. Those are the shit.
You just had to punch him in the chest.
I was scared to go to LA. I was like, oh no, they Zords are out there fucking shit up. I ain't going out there.
Zord up,
Fuck.
yeah.
That was the crazy part about the show. Literally, that show was so like a cross between Saved by the Bell and
Yeah.
Godzilla.
Yeah. It was.
Like when they was down on the ground with the humans, it was like Saved by the
Yeah.
Bell. But then when they was fighting with each other's monsters, I was like, bro,
Yeah.
this ain't nothing but some Godzilla footage.
Yeah.
Very true.
Like so, but it was again Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Yeah.
You know, definitely a big part of the childhood. It's unfortunate.
Gone over an argument.
I hate saying this. And
Gone
I
over
wouldn't
an
say it's an
argument.
argument, but it makes me
I ain't gonna
believe
say
of
that's an
Aaron
argument.
Hernandez. I hate saying that, but the whole Aaron Hernandez situations, if he actually offs himself, his family gets to keep the money type situation. I feel like it almost comes
Oh.
down to those types of arguments
Is
where
that what happened?
you're forcing
Well,
yourself
Aaron
to off
Hernandez,
yourself.
yes. But I don't think it was with
Aaron
this.
Hernandez, yes,
Yeah.
but this does
I
not
think
seem
this
like
was
that
different,
based
yeah.
on
If she's
what
threatening to
people
take
said.
more than half his money because of all the dirt
We
that
don't-
she knows,
we
like
don't-
who
we
knows
don't-
what
we
the
don't know
argument
what
was
the-
over,
we
right?
don't know what the argument
But that's
was.
what we're here to speculate.
Well, his
For
kids
the
probably get his
people.
royalties
The
because I mean they still
people.
play those old Power Ranger shows, don't they?
Yeah, but I don't even know if they had royalties back then. That depends on your deal.
Yeah.
I think
Like-
they did
like-
because they even brought him back for that 2018 show they
but
did.
True.
they might
Yeah.
they might
Recent
bring him
cameo.
back, but that doesn't mean he's getting royalties. There's a big difference. There's a lot of these child actors or teenage actors. They ain't get no piece of that. When it all depends on your deal, the negotiation
True.
that you made when
Yeah.
you cut it. And one of the stories I had, the reason why I know about that is because you know the kid, he played Michael Jackson in the Jackson 5 movie. Jay Weave, he was the singer.
Mm-hmm.
And he also played the voice of Simba when he was a kid in the original Lion King, the animated one. And he was doing an interview where he said that they had offered him, I think like $1 million or $2 million to do that. And you know, Disney at the time, they was throwing money around. And his mom is kind of helped him negotiate that contract. She didn't. She said no. She actually said no to that. And I think he took like $250,000 instead to get a royalty point on the movie. And guess how much money that movie made?
Yeah.
So he's made fat money.
He's still making money
off of that movie.
Yeah.
Right.
So it all depends on your deal
True.
that you negotiated
strike it.
when you go through. So we don't know what royalties he got, if he got any.
Yeah.
A lot of these guys, like, yeah, we see him in there. Like, what's her name was talking about it. She ain't got no royalties off Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the mom, the original mom.
Oh,
She ain't getting no money off
wow.
this type of stuff. She was living broke. She said the most. I watched that interview she was talking about. She was talking about Will Smith too, but I guess they mended stuff, you know, after.
Since then.
But man, she told a story about the worst thing that she had. She was with her daughter in a restaurant, and she said she could barely afford to pay the bill to eat at that restaurant. And she said people were coming over her asking for autographs. She said that was the most bad thing to know, that people are asking for your autograph, but you can't even pay for the food in front of you.
Right.
That story really
Sheesh.
broke. That
That's
was
hard.
like, wow, I couldn't imagine how to feel in that situation like that. For you to be famous and I have no finances like that, like those don't align. Because fame and money don't always align. They usually do, because usually money is the consequence of fame. But in some cases, it ain't.
That's wild.
And so, like, you never know with these deals, and how, especially early on, like when they young, or when it's your first role or early roles, bro. A lot of times they just take the upfront money, because you never know. You trying to pay your rent, you trying to pay for your life. You're not thinking ahead to take like a royalty deal, or even if a royalty deal is even on the table. Some of the way these content creators now, they ain't trying to give out no point like that.
Right.
They not.
Because royalty pay you forever.
Right.
Forever,
Yeah, that perpetuity add up.
Yeah.
Every time it shows,
So-
you get a little piece.
Right.
That's crazy, man. Talking about Viv, man, you know, it seems like a dating app with Uncle Phil and everything. I thought he just switched up chicks, you know, and everything, kept it moving, right?
That was a bad switch up.
All right, I tried.
That was a bad. No. I'm not even talking about that. That was that. You tried. I'm talking about a bad switch up as far as the moms. I liked the first Aunt Viv over the second Aunt Viv.
The first one was able to wiggle a little bit better, but yeah, you're right. The second one was kind of more.
No, I thought she was more powerful. I don't
Right.
know. I just
Oh,
liked her
okay.
better.
Yeah, I feel you. College and shit.
Yeah.
But
Hell, these niggas
Tony
are
looked at
funny.
me immediately like, "Dude, what's this fool talking?"
Tony just be staring at you.
this nigga was staring at. He was looking at
He'll
me
make-
in the middle of you talking. I'm like,
he
what you
always
looking at me
thinks
for?
something.
He ain't what the fuck?
He always thinks something's funny. He always smiling at somebody. He's like, he said, "You want me to dance? You want me to smile at you?" That's what he do. He always
'Cause
just
there's so
smiling
much-
at people when there ain't nothing funny.
Bro,
There is though. There's so
this
much shit that's
fool
going through my
This
head.
man's mind be going. He's been letting it out lately, and then that's when I know, like, all right, nigga, you don't have to reel that shit back in. All right, I
Like,
understand.
working at-
Let that shit go sometime. Like, that
working
shit
at
he said in the
AT&T
kitchen.
was the best, bro. Just imagining, we're all sitting there working and just seeing a customer just sock you in the face, bro. Oh my God, it would make me laugh. Not you, but I mean, just
Oh,
everybody,
okay, you
know?
said it like that. You know what I mean? Like it was. Like someone
If it
really
was you,
gonna
all
just
you would do
walk
is be
in
like,
and sock me in the
"Hey,
face.
I don't need you to be."
You know what? It's sad. It's sad to say because I feel like
I
I'm
know
one
you
of
want to
those
hear.
guys.
I know your bill's high. I know I told you I was gonna waive the fees.
Mhm.
Hold on, let me talk to my manager.
Nah, he gonna be like, man, I told you first net was better.
Is it really?
No,
Trash.
skip it up. Keep it up. Keep it up.
Just keep it a buck.
Man,
Keep it
They came in with
Keep it
more,
a fever in this mother.
more issues than anything. Now, granted,
Facts.
it was still new when I was there, but I don't know if it's changed now.
Where's
No,
the black
still
SIM card?
problems.
Where's the black one?
That shit's crazy. But in general, there was this statistic that came out on the census about this dating app and the calculations of finding out if you can actually find your match out there online or not. Like, there's actually
It's more to it than that. It's actually, you know what?
I went
take that
to it.
back.
I
It's
went
more
to it.
simplistic than that.
what you mean.
This is not necessarily a full-on dating app. It's a
algorithm.
It's a calculator
It's
that,
a
that calculates delusion.
it's a
Oh,
humble maker.
gee,
It's a
rhythm.
humble maker.
Humble
That's a
maker?
nice way to put it, but
Oh,
I'm
wow.
gonna say delusion. But you,
Okay.
y'all like the
Yeah.
way you said humble. You trying to be
Yeah.
nice.
Delusional.
It's delusion.
Speak on it.
So I stumbled on this, and then when I stumbled on it, it was like I've seen.
Wait, you downloaded the app yourself and was finding
don't
out
No, I
da-
don't
you
have
were-
the app.
you can go to
just
website.
You just go online.
It's online.
Oh, okay.
And
Uh-huh.
but when I
It was
but
out
this is
there
the
Tinder and they're like, swipe left. Is it a swipe right? Swipe left?
no, this is
Calculation?
It's not a dating app.
This fool went wildin'.
It's a calculator. This is an actual calculator.
Nigga, plus, division, multiplication.
Calculator.
Yeah, calculator.
Okay.
So what this is backed by the Census Bureau actually. So this is basically taken into account. You can look at us.
Oh, because you have to. That's true. I
They
get
took
why.
the census.
I get why.
Yeah. So this is pretty accurate data that they have. It's as much accurate as you could get, right? And so I'm looking at this, but before I even got to that, it was all the videos that had been made about this. So people on YouTube and Instagram, all the different social media platforms, they've already put out like their opinion. Like they got videos of them like pulling up this app and kind of talking about it. And then I'm like, okay, they calling it the dating delusion calculator. And I'm like, okay, delusions. That means
Delusion.
That means they ain't thinking right. And so I look at I pulled up the calculator, and it kind of the first thing basically is your match. So if you're a female, you go and you're looking for a male, and you put your age range of what type of man you want. So you put that in there.
This already sound
Right.
fucked up. Okay.
This is what women think in their
Okay.
heads, though.
Right.
Right.
And then
Go-
they say,
go
okay,
ahead.
they want their man. They look at. Then the next category is height.
Oh,
What
fuck.
height- what height of
Straight
man does they-
delusional.
What height of man do they want?
You ain't finding this shit in all.
And then the third one is, and then it also has a little box on there. Can he be obese? So you can mark yes or no for that.
You bitches better be clicking yes. Fuck
Baby,
that.
baby.
My bad.
Hey, they like a big dude when it get cold. Keep you warm.
Real.
And a
And then the
beard.
next one was, because it comes down. It comes down to the money. How much the man gonna make? So they set the parameters on
Parameters,
how much you
yeah.
want, and then you click submit, and it gives you a
Percentage.
based on the Census Bureau a percentage of the chance of you meeting this person.
Now, how they know about me? Like, the
Nigga,
chance of you
census.
meeting
They
about
come to
it?
your door.
But I'm
Hey,
just saying,
Well, no,
like,
because no,
you know
and,
what I
they,
mean?
and they take into account. This is the thing you got to understand. This thing is not talking about single. This is you could be if you're a man. So if you're a woman
you can be married.
going onto this calculator and you putting in what you want, it's taking in the people. It's taking in the entire census.
Are they
So-
taking in the fact that I may look like Ursula back at
Yes,
home?
Yes.
Yeah, no, everything. So
Because how do they
so-
know
Yeah,
I look
nigga,
like
you said
Ursula?
Ursula?
Yeah, from the mermaid.
Damn.
God damn, put a little bit more respect.
You
on your
put
name.
What's wrong
some
with Ursula?
depth aquatic fucking
So
Jesus.
You telling me your nasty ain't thinking about all the tentacles wrapped around your shit right now?
Oh, good.
I do like hentai.
See,
Yes.
look,
There
look,
we
he
go.
into
Real
it.
left.
He into it.
You like
Look,
hentai?
is the census taking in the fact that this nasty ass nigga may like Ursula?
This
All
shit
right,
go real
that's what
low.
I want to know.
no,
How
it's not,
does
it's
this
not,
calculator
it's
actually?
It's not that complex.
Okay.
It's literally the Census Bureau is basically the population of the United States.
You still
Right.
thinking about the tentacles? You nasty motherfucker.
You nasty, man.
Get up in those crevices like Balenciaga.
You really went there with the Balenciaga?
Oh, right.
Balenciaga, y'all sick. If anybody ain't seen it, y'all sick. What y'all did with that's sick. We'll get to that to another show. But basically, it's really not all that complex. It's really only like 4 questions or 4 categories that you're putting in.
It's simple.
And the Census Bureau is basically just the population of the United States.
And how much you make and everything like that. Your
So
height.
basically,
All
all
that
those
shit.
things
crazy.
are tangible. People's heights, how much they make.
What percentage were girls getting that you saw?
Bro, I was looking at this thing. The videos is what was funny. So when I pulled up the calculator, I really didn't even play with the calculator. I actually just
You didn't play with the calculator?
No, I was just looking at people's videos about the calculator, and I was like, "Damn!" Then they were doing it. They were doing it on their live shows or whatever, and they was playing with it and putting it on. And I'm like, "God damn!" So for example, there's one person he put in. He wanted the man to be between 20.
I know,
Well,
right? I'm
or
hearing
the
it too.
woman.
But I
Oh,
understand
my
what you're
bad.
saying. I hear
The
you.
woman wanted the man to be between 24 and I think it was like 38.
God damn.
I think it was the age
It's a
group.
wide ass range.
Because I think she was like 25. or
That's
something.
me and my girl. Shit.
so-
Nigga, 24 to 38.
That's me and my girl.
Oh,
Right.
damn.
But you got to think about
God
it.
damn.
She's 25 years old. So this is what she's putting in, how the age group of the man she would be willing to date, right? So she put in 24 to 38. Then she went to weight, or she went to height, and she wanted above 6 feet.
Obese.
And then she unchecked
Stop
obese.
playing. She picked obese.
She did not.
Okay.
And then she said she wanted a man that made 150,000
Ooh,
year.
that's where she fucked up.
a year or more.
That's where
And
she
so
fucked
they
up.
clicked this, man. They said she has a 0.0. It had 5 zeros, and then 3 something. So
Shit.
like not even literally like less than a 16th of 1% chance of meeting this person. And so, but when you even play with, and then that's when I started playing with it, and I was like, damn. And then that makes you think about some of the percentages. So, for example, like the height thing, only 15% of the United States men are over 6 foot. 15%. That includes gay. That includes married. So if you putting in saying you just alone
You know
on
what's
the height,
funny?
take the money out of it. Take
True.
the money category out.
Shortening
Take
the
the
odds.
age category out of it. Take the obese category out of it. Literally, if you just went to height, you are eliminating
Yeah.
85% of men.
Yeah.
You eliminate more than 85% because you got to think out of that 15% of men that's at 6 foot or higher. There's some that are married. There's some that are gay. So you got to take that into account. So you're probably talking about maybe 90% of men you are saying I don't want.
They didn't even include dick size.
Oh, here we go.
No, I mean, what the fuck? Come on, girls want if girls can make this to that, they would want. Well, I want him 7 inches or more. You know what I mean? Like, fuck.
I don't
They didn't
think-
even include
I'm
that.
gonna
That's
be
what's
honest
crazy.
with you. I don't think that's in the Census Bureau.
Who out there was actually thinking about that?
Because somebody in the
Who was out there thinking about
Girls are thinking about that.
You
Yes.
nasty
They want
niggas.
they want girth and size. And
No,
length.
the
Come
reason
on,
why-
Kanye
the reason,
West.
the reason why they put the reason why I guess the reason why they put these categories because all these categories, even the obese one, is stuff that you can put on your driver's license.
Okay.
Your height is on there.
I get that.
Your
Weight.
age is on there.
Right.
Your weight is on there.
But-
and then also you put in how much money you make. They can determine that just by going to Glassdoor and where people work.
So where's the delusional part? Do you think?
I think it's the expectation of what women want
Yep.
from a guy.
That's why that
Y'all need to
calculator.
be happy. Y'all need to be
No,
happy.
that calculator is good for women. That because it humbles them.
Humbles them.
Well, he
You know what I
gave
mean?
it. I said delusion, but you want to say humble
I
like
think
Tony.
I think it humbles
That's a
them.
delusion.
I think it humbles them.
Here's the thing. I want to speak on it because I looked at that shit today, and I already knew the problem. As soon as this went through, I said, "These bitches, y'all bitches with your Netflix watching that 365 days." I'm gonna tell you something about that show. That's fucking you up. It's fucking up women, 100%. It's a movie called 365 Days, where the most ridiculous shit happens. This girl, me and my girl watching it. I looked at her and said, "You think this shit happens in the real world? The fuck is wrong with y'all
That's
girls?"
lifetime though.
Well,
Like,
that's
I
lifetime
but
for
I,
you.
but I think that
The
that
50
does-
Shades of Grey shit, all that. It's along these lines. But please, you should watch it.
No, I
just to
think I
laugh.
have seen it.
And it's
I
the
think I have.
stupidest shit. Like these girls out there being like, "Oh, I want a 6'4" Armenian mafia man, just 15% body fat percentage to fuck me in his $1 million yacht, bitch. You ain't even that girl. What are you talking about? That's not gonna happen in your lifetime. Why are you setting your expectations up that high?
Damn, just go
That's
ahead and
crazy.
shoot her dreams down.
So
Huh?
there's so many girls that be watching
But
and
that's
like,
the thing,
that's
though.
not. You're
That's
not
the
gonna
thing, though,
get
women.
that.
That's exactly what it is. It's a dream.
This has never happened on Earth. What's happening now has never happened on
It's
Earth,
social-
and never will.
I do think.
It's social media. It's
But I'm
Instagram.
not gonna say it's 365. I can go farther than that, bro. Disney got to play a hand in this.
The
That
princess
Disney fairy tale,
Cinderella.
like that, like a lot of, and I'm not just gonna go on film and TV shows.
Instagram.
I think the fact of where we are now is that lifestyle. It's that extravagant lifestyle, and I think if you want to be honest, if you ask most women, I'm talking about just women. I'm not even talking about the upper echelon of women. I'm not talking about Beyonce's or any of the celebrities of the
They
world.
on some other shit too.
I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about just normal women that's working normal jobs in the world. They are seeking and expect and think they deserve that lifestyle.
Yep.
It's the lifestyle. It's not even the man. See, that's the thing. That calculator tells me they're not looking for the man. They looking for the lifestyle that they think that man is going to deliver.
On a yacht.
They basically, yeah, pretty much.
Come on now.
Because they thinking like
Get
a
the
man.
fuck outta here.
Like,
Stuck on the yacht.
but honestly, I think that does point to some of that's a delusion. I think that because number one, just on the population alone, women outnumber us. Even if every woman could get with every man that's on this planet, there's gonna be 2 million single women.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's
you
why
need to
we should
start
be allowed to
really-
have 2 wives. That's kidding.
some places
Small
they do.
boobies.
Go to Utah. Go to Utah. But what I'm saying is, I do think there's a disconnect on like expectation
Mm-hmm.
and what they think that that they should be getting. And I think
Because they
that
watch
that,
their movies.
that calculator really says that because they're putting in what they actually think that they're going to be able to get. And I think they take that delusion into real life.
Mm-hmm.
And then and you know what a lot of those women will say? Ain't no good men out here. It's them same ones that will say that, but it's like, look at your expectation.
Right.
You out here looking for LeBron,
Very true.
thinking like LeBron is gonna come by.
Y'all
and
women need to
save
have
your life.
y'all women need to have gratitude. Like, be happy.
Like it's not like that. So I thought that calculator was
It's
fascinating.
crazy.
I wonder if there's a male one out there though. I don't know if it.
We're not like that
adjusts,
though.
but
Like,
adjusts.
what we look for?
I
Can you
think-
make me a
that's
sandwich and
true.
you hot? Cool.
True.
I
We
think-
don't need to
I-
see if you can make a
I don't
sandwich. We
think-
just want to see your titties.
I will say this.
Truly.
I will say
That's
this.
it,
I think
man.
we.
See your titties.
I think we are not. I think men got some standard issues though too.
We do.
You.
We do.
There's
We're not
men
up
that
to
got-
your level, Rob.
They
I
got
know,
men
that's-
You
got
do.
some-
That's a motherfucking
not
fact right there. You ain't motherfucking lying. You ain't motherfucking lying. This nigga, I don't know how many people I seen this nigga turn down. I'd be like, wait.
All of us are like,
hold on, wait.
oh,
That's
God.
just him. That's just him. Hold on, wait. Like this nigga be man.
Please look at me. Look at me.
Like it's a fucking glass door, just like bye, bitch.
He's not
Like-
really Trey.
Like, hold on, wait. I got some single niggas right here.
Hey man, fuck you. I'm bringing that up.
Oh my God, man.
But no, honestly, I don't think that I don't think that our expectation is of that same level. I don't think the lifestyle there's not a lifestyle that we're seeking when we're looking for a woman. I think it's different because it is hypergamy. That is what it is. Women are looking for the man to provide because that is what we're supposed to do. So they're seeking the lifestyle, which the vehicle is the man. With us, it's not that way, So I think it is a little bit different for us. So, but there are some delusional dudes out there. There's some dudes, man, living in the basement, 400 pounds, talking about they deserve, Jennifer Aniston. Sorry, bro.
Oh, remember when we told?
But I don't think this is. But this is my problem. I think those percentage of men. I think that's a much smaller percentage that think that way versus the women that think that they deserve LeBron.
Right.
Okay.
I think
That's a very
that
good
number
comparison.
is that number is out of whack.
Because you remember our boy we worked with, we had to tell him, like, no, our boy, like, it's like, fuck. But we'd be like, well, you bringing to the table, you want this and that out of a girl. Then what the hell are you bringing? You know what I mean? Like, there's so many guys out there that just, like, want this girl that's this and that. Go work out. You got
talking about
testosterone.
Alami? Oh, shit, I can't just say his name like that, huh?
No.
Was that even his name?
No.
It is, huh?
No, I know
what
what you're talking about.
But it's just like, bro, like, go work out, get fit. Like, in terms of a guy,
It
like,
is him.
No, not at all.
It is him.
It's like,
He's like, don't play me. I know who you're
man,
talking
like,
about.
When it comes to guys, like, it's just like I don't know, man. I just feel like we have so much more gratitude because of the fact that, like, it's so easy for girls because of the fact that us guys are dogs. That it's like, you know what I mean? Like, most girls, even if you ugly, you got hit on at some point. As a guy, you can go your whole life not getting hit on. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, it is a you know, we are the hunters and you know they're the
Right.
like that and I think social media has only amplified that reality.
That's what it is.
It's the reality has already
that's
been
the
there.
thing.
I'm not gonna
My
blame it on social
God.
media, but I'm not gonna put it on there. I think
It's
just,
enhanced it.
I think it's just
Oh,
enhanced it to
Jesus.
another. But it's always been there. Innately, it's always been there. You think about it.
I can get 30,000 guys
even,
instead of
even,
30.
The most the average.
Here
I
we
guess you
go.
would want to consider an average woman, just the average woman. They get more attention than a man who is probably really affluent, like let's say super athletic, got a lot of money, that type of thing. They get more attention.
Affluent.
They get more attention than that person, than that man. So it's like when you think about it from that level, because they're always being chased, and I think the attention is really warping the minds of these young women.
So
You
crazy.
are thinking that attention is equating to that man actually
So
liking
if I
you.
can get these 10, then I can get
Or,
one
or
that
they
I really
think
want.
they also what you can go even further. They think that that's the equivalent of how many men actually want to marry them.
Mm-hmm.
That is the wrong thing. They are mistaking that attention. There's gonna be plenty of dudes gonna give you attention, but if whether they decide to actually build a life with you long term forever or put a ring on it, whichever one you're into, that's the question. And I think they got that fucked up.
Yeah.
They got that reality really fucked up because that ain't the truth.
I think women are creatures of attention, but I mean, if you're a woman, you're born with a platform. Like you said, you could be average and you're still being chased.
Yeah.
I mean, look at social media now. Half of these
This
girls,
is their world. This is
half
their
of these
world.
girls are average, get their body done, and then now their heads in the clouds, where they can touch LeBron, they can touch Steph Curry. Remember that girl a few years ago? She was in the crowd, like she kept making those faces at Steph Curry. Like,
Oh no, it was to Clay.
was it to Klay
I think
Thompson?
it's because Clay. I think he turned, or maybe you're talking about somebody different.
Right.
I think because I remember he like she had shot a shot and then he said something like I ain't looking for that type
Right.
of woman like or something like that. That's not who I'm looking for as a wife or whatever. Something he said. He
Right.
kind of
That reminds
and
me.
I was like man, good for him. I was like because most especially if you athlete like they would just go with
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
But he was like,
They just
nah.
run
You
them in
remember
and out.
Vegas trip? Fucking Pauly D? Remember what I said to them bitches?
Oh,
We were
yeah,
all in the
yeah,
booth there.
yeah.
They were all there. And they were all like, oh my God, I'm going to go up to, like, 4 of them. I'm going to go up to Pauly D. I was like, what makes you think you can get Pauly D? What the hell's y'all's problem? You ain't getting Pauly
That's
D.
the truth. But
You
I
ain't-
think
oh
I think it's
my
a
God.
combination of they think that they are, I guess you would say that their eligibility. You know how you upgrade eligible? Like you know,
Upgrade eligible.
you know,
This
sometimes when
nigga
you're trying to
was- this
upgrade-
nigga went work
Eligibility.
related.
yeah. Sometimes you're trying to upgrade,
Yeah.
and then we gotta pull up the account. Let me see what we got, and then we look it up and like, you still got about 9 months to pay on that thing.
Yeah,
Got
9 months of
15
payments.
bodies.
I don't think you eligible yet. Like, you know what I mean? And I think that's a part of it. But I also think it's it's a combination of this also. I think more women are actually moving like men when it comes to their relationships.
Yeah.
So some
How so?
women,
I
so
wanna
if
hear
you
this.
ask
I
some
wanna hear
women,
this.
so if and this is not all, but this is some women where they look at it like, no, I'm casually out here doing my thing just like anybody else. And if that's you, I mean that's fine.
You mean like casual smash?
Right. Like, but they're operating more like a man in that sense. So they're not even looking at it from, oh, I think I can get with Paul. To your example,
Right.
I can get with him like I'm gonna be his girlfriend.
But this nigga finna
But-
fuck for
right.
sure.
So there's that percentage of women
Feel
too.
that. I feel you.
So you have that part, but I do think it's a big chunk of women who want a relationship and they believe that they deserve this
CEOs.
ideal of a man.
$150,000 a
there's
year.
There's those men don't exist. Literally, if you look at the percentages, the average man only makes this is the average.
Facebook just fired
It's
9,000
I think
employees.
I think it's 52,000 a year. That's the average. So if you're saying that you want a man that makes literally only 15% of men make over $100,000.
She wants a CEO. They
Right.
all want CEO.
But that's a
CEO.
But I think that comes down to the delusion part. I don't think that they have a
Give
good
you the
grasp
CU out.
on what is really out here. I don't know who said it, bro. Somebody had a good he's a comedian, so he's making fun of this dude that's on 85 South. He did a
Carlos
podcast.
Miller?
Was it Carlos? I think it was Carlos Miller.
Chico Bean.
And he was talking about it. He said, y'all women be out here looking for a unicorn nigga.
Yeah.
Y'all want a dude that can, that can play basketball, that can recite poetry, that got a long dick, that got a whole lot of money. Like
Recite
Carlos
poetry.
Miller.
he said, men, we deal with the women that's here. Y'all be looking for dudes that don't exist.
Right.
But he said it in a funny way.
He did.
But
Wow.
it
It
was
was
true.
factual.
Right.
Very
Like when
factual.
the way that some women, and this ain't all women. I don't want to blanket everybody, but this is a big chunk of women. It's this is applying to too many women that it should be.
Right.
Like this is
Hey.
I think it has gotten out of control. So this dating calculator that I found, I was like, this is kind of funny.
It's interesting.
And it's funny too when they give you the percentage. I thought that was the funny part. They give you how many bags of cat food you get. You're gonna be a cat woman if you keep thinking like this.
Wow.
So I thought that was funny.
That's what's up.
So I thought that was funny. Like, yeah, you think you gonna get this dude? You
Humble your ass
get a
down.
cat,
Right.
get some cats.
That's the only thing that's gonna love you.
So
Well, this app does sound like it's really delusional for a lot of people, but some people may be living in that delusional life, right?
oh, they living in the matrix for real.
Is it delusional to think that Donald Trump may be the president in an upcoming election? Is that delusional, or is that something that may be very factual, or
Go
what?
ahead, Tony.
I mean, obviously Elon Musk just reactivated the man's Twitter. We all have to be on DEFCON 1 at least, right? Because
So is that
if this
official or
man,
not? The reason why is because I've been on Twitter and it's like some days I would see I'm back on certain accounts. I thought I was following Donald Trump, and then like they were fake accounts. He had a vote for this shit. Elon Musk did.
I guess Elon did have a. I don't know if that's true though.
No, he did. No, he actually did have a vote.
That was him though.
But how
I
real
seen
was that vote?
But I seen that
Because that pisses me off about Elon Musk because of the whole freedom of speech. Because now I'm like, nigga. So me, when it comes to democracy, I don't like democracy.
he's not
I
a
don't.
nigga, by the way.
Who? Nigga, we all niggas. The fuck you talking about?
Nah, the way you
Anyways.
broke down Elon Musk and then you said the
Oh no, I was talking.
nigga right after it. He used the AH, y'all. Nigga.
So
Can
when
you
it comes
lend
down
a
to it, man,
nigga a
Can you
pencil?
lend a
couldn't you let a nigga?
lend a nigga a pencil?
He said, nigga, please.
So bad. So when it comes
Hey,
to
that dude was hella funny. I don't care what
That was
anybody
funny as
say.
shit.
My bad.
man, just I mean, democracy. Like the old adage, man. Democracy is two sheep, or I'm sorry, a sheep and two wolves deciding what's for dinner, man. It's like, how you gonna fucking talk about free speech and then make a vote? The fuck, bro? Like, is that how we gonna do it up for everybody?
Was the vote for real though?
Yeah, like he actually did the vote. I saw it, but I was like, is he really like? If say for instance they didn't vote for Donald Trump
He
to
would
be
have been like,
reinstated,
no.
would he have been no? Now I'm like, bro, you can't do that. That's not free
Yeah,
speech.
because you're not even running the business like that.
No.
Yeah, but wasn't part of the reason why he fired half the staff was to finding out, he was thinking that Twitter was more so one-sided?
No, it
Maybe
wasn't.
the, maybe
I
the
don't think
vote
it's
was
No,
really-
because he wanted to run it like a business.
Maybe the
think-
vote kind of decided if it was
No,
one-sided.
he
or
wanted to
not,
run it
right?
like a business.
Whether you agree with Musk or not, I think
No.
he was his
They wasn't
agenda-
doing shit.
His
The workers weren't doing anything.
Yeah, but he fired half the staff and then
Because
tried to
they wasn't
rehire-
doing nothing.
But
he
then try
fired
to
more than half.
rehire the most valuable ones. You know
well,
what
no,
I mean?
but you need certain people to run.
You
the
need
business.
certain people.
But I think what he was trying to do, I don't think he's doing a good job right now.
Have you seen their videos of what they do every day? Some of the workers that they fired, but they weren't doing shit.
But I think
anything.
well, I still don't think it's justified to fire 75%
Well, that's
of
what
your
CWA
workforce.
would say, which I like.
Yeah, you would not. You shouldn't like 75% of your workforce gone.
That's a big percentage.
That's a huge
He
percentage.
went through the office like, what do you do?
Yeah.
What do you do?
What do you do?
Like, fuck you, you're fired, get out.
But I do. What
This
he was,
guy's playing Galacta.
Gallagher,
there you
He
go.
said he didn't think we'd
Oh,
see
shit.
it, but we did. But no, I think that I think what he was trying to do was trying to be like, look, this needs to be more open. We're not going to be just banning people. I think that was his idea because he reactivated Kanye's account too.
Right.
So, which is a whole nother thing. We ain't gonna talk about that tonight, but that's a whole nother thing.
That was new to me. That's crazy.
The one
That's crazy.
who he rolling with right now, he gonna have to explain something. But
next episode.
Yeah, but I think he was trying to open it, like just open it up for everybody. Trump has already said even when he got banned, and he would never come back. That was a decision he said he would make.
Well, he had doesn't he have a contract with True Social?
He might, but I'll tell you this right now: if he's really running for, he gonna post something on Twitter.
Has
of
to.
course.
And honestly, I realized it tonight because I asked you earlier. I was like, how many followers? I think Twitter has like 90 to like 100 million followers.
That's a lot of people.
Still, he has to be able to hit them. Still.
I bet you if he posts a picture of that dude from the original Independence Day when he's screaming at the aliens, "I'm back!" Oh, bro, that nigga's Twitter feed would be lit up.
That's true.
Lit up.
I remember that. You
That's
talking
pretty
about
funny.
what's his name? Dennis Quaid?
Yeah, the original one. That,
Yeah.
he had to drink coffee before he got up there. Like,
Right.
I'm back. Oh, bro,
So what do you think his first tweet's gonna be?
I'm back. It has to be. Yeah, I don't care how many times it's been put out there, catfish wise. It has to be a significant "I'm back" because
Okay.
he has to tread lightly, knowing that the last time he tweeted something out, damn near got somebody killed. Right. At the what was it? Not the White House, but it was at the City Hall,
The Capitol.
the Capitol. Yeah.
Was he convicted for that?
No, I mean obviously, it's freedom of speech, but his words,
But
his
we're
words.
not gonna sit up here and say that he ain't had no influence. Let's stop.
Oh
that
yeah,
shit right
absolutely,
now. He had
absolutely,
100% influence.
absolutely.
Let's not even play that game.
Right.
Can you show me the tweet of the influence? I want to see the tweet.
Add them all up.
Here we go.
I want to see him.
Add them all.
Add him up. Let me see him.
Yeah.
I read him. The reason why I actually read him, and I was like, he's literally saying like, don't be peaceful the whole time. He kept saying it over and over because when it gets reinstated, you can actually look at the previous tweets.
What you think the search warrant was?
I read
for?
him. I read him because I was looking. I was like, yeah. When did he tell?
Speaking of which,
Wait, he
didn't
didn't.
they just say that they can't? That he's finally released his tax statements? No.
Well, I don't even care about the tax.
No, the tax.
He does the same thing that all
Everybody
CEOs
does.
do. But I will say this though, we didn't bring it up because Dave Chappelle mentioned it because he's a genius and he's hilarious. But he was talking about Trump and he was talking about the papers. And he said, we was talking about the taxes and stuff like. He said, they all do stuff like that. And he made the joke about he said, you found they found all that paperwork at his house, all that stuff. And then he made the joke. He said, I've been fired at jobs before. He said, I might take a stapler. I may take this. He said, let me tell you something. When I leave a job, he said the one thing I don't take back home is work.
Right.
And I was like, so let's not play around like he ain't hiding shit. So, but
what could he be hiding though?
Important documents.
a whole bunch. There's tons of
whereabouts of
Well,
certain
all
people,
previous presidents that took documents. So documents
contact
is hiding.
information with Putin. Did I say his name? Putin?
No, what?
stuff.
So
Say
what?
Putin?
I was gonna say.
No,
something.
that's CNN regurgitating
I'm
what
just
CNN was
saying
talking about.
any
So
type
that's
of information that you're taking. Why
Yeah.
would you take it in the first place?
Didn't they say
Unless
like
you
But
feel
all
like
presidents
it
have
was
took
You said
presidents,
what?
even
Like
Obama
nuke
has took
codes
papers
for
from
nukes?
so that's what I'm saying.
I don't know if he had new codes.
I thought they said he had something like
I
new
ain't
codes.
heard
'Cause I remember, yeah. So what papers?
Even
That's
if
what
they
I'm
had
confused
new
about.
codes, the new codes change once a new president's. They hand those.
Last I
those
heard,
out.
we were on the show last time. I heard that we knew what documents he took. Somehow, whoever took them posted it for all of us to see in the toilet wherever it was flushed for us to see too.
Oh yeah, we didn't know what documents. There were
Right.
documents.
Yeah, there were documents.
We didn't know what documents.
And that's my thing is that all presidents have taken documents.
But
all
why
presidents
they
have.
in the toilet though?
Just
Well-
trying to hide them like you're.
Well, they're
weed or
not.
something.
That's what's funny about that. They really weren't. You really think that FBI? That's confidential, right? It's all confidential. They would post it for us to see.
People get paid. The FBI ain't,
Like,
FBI ain't.
We're
millionaires.
now seeing the confidential information in big, giant pieces that were cut that you could still read the letters of. Like, no, it was weird.
How much
It
do you
was
think
really
an FBI agent, field agent makes?
Over 6 figures.
I don't think.
So do you?
Maybe.
Let's count it up. So you telling me that a news article is gonna pay you a big chunk of money to get that piece of paper? You think that's not enough? They ain't millionaires. They will.
No, you'll
shit gets leaked out.
No.
All the time.
Bro, you go to prison.
They get paid.
You go to prison. You take an oath when you go in. You still take an oath. You go to prison.
The shit gets out. How do you think the shit gets out?
Right. Somebody's
talking.
Somebody leaking it.
How do you think this stuff happens?
Declassified information is shown to the public now.
Even regard
doesn't make sense.
Well, no, but that's not that person that's might be leaking the information is not the one posting it. They're giving it to somebody else that might be benefiting them in some way. They're the ones posting it. So let's not sit here and pretend shit leaks happen all the time. Right. People get paid off. People get smoothed over.
I've looked at it too, and I looked at
people,
it.
People get so. Let's also too. There's all different types of scenarios.
Yeah.
They go into knowing your life. They be like, hey, we know you be beating your wife. You want this to come out? I suggest you do. This shit happens all the time. That's why leaks happen in the White House and all these top secret areas. So let's not play around like this couldn't happen. Like it does. Like
it's not about could or couldn't. No. We're talking about the facts of it. When we're looking at the actual photo that we're talking about, dude. Have you seen it? It looks ridiculous.
No, but there's some. But that's the thing though. There is a lot of fake photos out there, and we. I'm
looking at the one that you were pertaining to, that everybody was pertaining to.
We know that there's other photos out there that okay, this is the real.
So my thing is, where are the photos? I want to see them. I'm a realist. I want to see the photos. Where are they at?
Photos of papers in the toilet.
Yes.
Why?
Because that's what we're talking about.
What intel would you get from the papers being in the toilet?
Because the intel is that we're saying that those papers are classified information that you shouldn't have had.
Let me ask you this question. If the FBI busted into your house and they found a bunch of oregano in the toilet, what would they think?
That was weed.
Right, that you were trying to get rid of it.
Yes. Nah, man.
Because you were guilty of something. Why would oregano be in the toilet in the first place?
What does that have to do with the fact that I'm talking about
because
a picture?
He's obviously trying to hide something, knowing that there's heat coming down on him, and he understands that he can't shred it.
My thing is that I think the toilet thing is bullshit, and it's not even. Here's my thing. There's things I want to attack Trump on, like the fact that you fucking pardoned Blackwater. There's so many things I wish I could talk on. When you talk about stupid shit about a fucking toilet, now you're demeaning what the fuck we really should be going after him for. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm pissed about. He was friends with Jeffrey Epstein, you fucks, but you're so focused on pieces of paper in a toilet.
Which could have incriminated him.
I just can't.
It's
laughable. It's laughable. It's laughable to me. Stop. Yeah. Stop with the Trump derangement syndrome. Stop. Just, oh my God, 2 + 2 is 4. Let it be 4 for him. But get after him for the real shit that you should really be getting after Trump for.
But you can't ignore the toilet thing. I mean.
So where the real pictures at?
I mean, we don't know if there's pictures.
That's what I'm talking about.
But you can't ignore it. Just like the Jeffrey Epstein thing, you can't ignore it. It's a part of his timeline.
So have you heard that previous presidents also kept documents as well when they left? So that's what I'm saying, bro. What do we know that they have or don't have? There's so many things that we should be getting him after for, but we're after this shit over here that he'll get off of because of the fact that it wasn't a big deal because the other previous presidents took the same shit. That's what I'm talking about. We don't know what it is.
So you're voting for Trump?
Well, it's not even about.
I think it was obvious you was kind of fighting for my guy right now.
Yeah, I mean, here's my thing. Here's my thing.
He
likes Trump.
So you voted for Trump.
I
like Trump for the same reason that David Chappelle secretly likes Trump. Same reason. Same reason why. If you listen, and no one's ever brought this up because on his SNL segment, it was amazing.
It was.
Donald Trump likes to hide things in plain sight when it comes to his humor. Bro, did you hear what he talked about when he talked about these niggas in Ohio love him for a reason? This man came out and was like, this system is rigged. Bro, we know that. That's what I'm talking about. It's like, fucking, okay, he came out and said it. And then Hillary and fucking Obama were like, no, it's not. And he came back and said, yes, it is. It is because and she came out and basically tried to get at him for the fucking tax code shit. And that's when he said, look, I know it's rigged because I use the same I get the same benefits that you and all your friends do. And literally, and that's when David Chappelle was on there talking about the fact that this man came out the White House talking about all the bad shit they're doing and then went back in there and did it. You know what I mean? And you even said at one time where you were like, bro, I like knowing I want Trump in office because I know the bad things that he's bad for.
I didn't. I wanted when the whole thing was happening with him with the whole impeachment part. That was the part I didn't want.
He got impeached twice, didn't he?
But I mean, impeachment actually removed.
Oh,
that's what I mean.
Yeah. And that's what I'm confused about. I don't know.
I didn't want him actually removed and replaced with Mike Pence because I felt like a lot of stuff was going to get passed that we wouldn't know about because at least with Trump, the shit was out there.
Because he's loud about it.
Because he's super loud and he's always tweeting. Yeah. I want to know what my enemy doing, not knowing. Because stuff like Pence or anybody else that's the more, I guess you would say typical president, because that's what I guess Mike Pence would be. Is like he's not like Trump. He's not like Trump. He as far as his attitude, his mannerisms.
He's sad gay.
Like he's.
What?
I ain't never heard of that.
I know, right? I'm
That's
like,
a new one.
Dave Chappelle, when he said, you didn't remember when he said that?
No.
He's like the type of gay. He's like a sad gay, the type that's like, oh God, take these dicks out of my brain, please.
Holy
You don't remember?
I
That
never
shit
heard
was hilarious, bro.
Dave said that.
Yes.
That's hilarious.
On Closer, on Netflix's Netflix Closer. Yeah, that's perfect.
Oh, that was on his
disclaimer
last one.
time?
Yeah.
That's right.
Anyways, that's what you say. I want to bring it back to this
Say
crazy
gay?
situation as we
I'm
get
happy.
ready to wrap up and get ready for Thanksgiving. I hope you guys got a blast coming up tomorrow. I seen this crazy video. And before we even get to the crazy video, a few weeks before that, I remember sharing a message in a video with y'all of these cats that looked like they was hooping at 24, just getting into an argument, yip-yapping, playing basketball.
Oh.
You did bring that up.
Yeah.
And homie walks straight over to his backpack, pulls out the gun, and walks back to the court over a basketball argument.
Got it.
And so I seen recently this video surface of a referee, looks like they're in Chicago, Chi-Town, right? Reffing a kid's basketball game with the blippy on his freaking waist.
Mm-hmm.
Call it a blippy. I know it's a little kid show,
Like
but
a
it's
muni?
a blippy.
Yeah.
A muni, yeah.
The Muni.
Riding around with that muni.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. And when I say a
I mean,
kids game, they're like 10.
You think it's crazy? Let me ask the LGBTQ club in Colorado if that's crazy.
Goddamn, full circle. Bring it back, huh? Goddamn.
I mean, would they think it's crazy?
Yeah, but security, they don't have to have armed security guards. You just need to be making sure that you're wanding when they come into
You
certain
just said niggas
locations
are
like
bringing
that.
guns.
They are. You are right.
So-
You are right. It is crazy,
Well,
but
I just look at that like
Sucks. It's sad.
it's the fact that this is not like him walking to the game.
this nigga's
This,
reffing.
This is reffing the game.
He's running up and
He in
down
the-
the
It's
court
the second quarter.
It's bouncing up and down.
on his hip, just blippy, ready to blip.
Like, bro, like, hold on. So you, like, why you gotta have it on during the game?
Nigga got his whistle on one side and the blippy on the
Well,
other.
because of what he said earlier.
So if it's a technical foul, you about to pull out on him?
Yeah.
It's like
No, maybe one of the kids' dad's the ops.
no, but that's what I'm saying. Hey, in Chicago,
You know what I'm saying?
gotta
Right.
be cool.
They might be the ops.
But also, that's sad.
It's sad. It is sad.
That's sad that he
But-
actually has to have that on there. But I will like we laughing about it because it's funny and it shouldn't be like that. But I'm gonna say this: I think he's doing too much.
Okay.
You're doing too much.
Okay.
You bringing attention to yourself.
he got his
Right.
concealed carry.
You
I think he's doing too much too, even
Yeah.
though I agree with the fact that somebody there should be armed.
I get
But
it.
he is doing too much.
He must be doing it for a reason.
Right.
Obviously, maybe there was a threat. Maybe
the video he was talking about, though.
Yeah, but maybe there's
True.
That's why he's-
No, that's what I'm
doing
saying. Maybe there's the families is getting out of hand. The ops is in the stands.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't playing the son.
ops.
Whatever it is, they out there waiting for him.
We need to bring Fame Squad.
Look at
on.
it. Look at it like this though.
But I think he's doing too much. Like to me, I feel like
That is.
that's enticing violence to come your way when you got something like that going on.
These kids look about what?
He's
10,
like a Kyle
12?
Rittenhouse.
The kids were like 10 or 12. Bronny James, how old was he when he started playing ball?
Or young.
My thing is that these kid games with Bronny James, you got D Wade's kid out there, and
I
then you
don't
got
think that
these
was that
guys.
type of game, though.
It's not, but I do understand the level or
That looked
the
like one of the games
magnitude.
that I was coaching. I
Right,
was
but I'm
coaching
just-
my son's
the
team. just like-
magnitude of
bro, we
these
had
guys,
a
though.
scorecard in the middle, the whole shit. That looked like one of them games. If I saw a ref with the gun on, I'm like, bruh, I'm gonna.
Sometimes
So when I call timeout, do I got to say it twice? I want you to shoot me.
Right.
right.
I think it's funny because it would be bouncing constantly.
No, he got that thing. It's not moving at all.
Not all? Oh,
No.
shit.
No,
okay.
it was on there tight. But my thing about it is that I
He was
believe that there's a
strapped.
lot of pressure on referees, not even just in his aspect. Let's take the NFL, NBA. The pressure for these referees to getting the calls right are adding up, and that's what
But
builds
that
magnitude.
You got to carry a heater on your
Yeah,
head.
if you got some disgruntled parent and they're like, "Fuck you, my kid didn't foul out, that was perfect." Yeah, Now this nigga's in, and you in Chi-Town,
Yeah.
and someone don't like the call, and you don't have
He's
instant
talking from
replay.
experience.
Yeah, but
I ain't talking from no goddamn experience. What the fuck you mean? I
What,
ain't no
what are you
referee.
playing basketball and your dad comes out, pull the river?
I'm just saying it is different. This nigga in the Ponda River. What the fuck? So look, my dad is Jamaican. He speaks full-on Pig Latin, patois, whatever you want to call it. I'm from California. I've been born and raised. Even though I should be speaking Jamaican, I'm not. This fool believes that my dad be having just random conversations in his own spoken language, man, and Banderiva just comes out automatically.
Why he
What the
felt so
fuck?
bombastic, huh?
No, what the Shout out to you, Pops. Obviously, with it being family time, man, he's in
But
town
do-
all the way from Florida.
But just to, okay, I get what you're saying
Right.
about the referee part.
Mhm.
Refs is under pressure, especially in professional sports.
Right.
You know, because they only get brought up when they do shit wrong, just like security.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But why you got to have it on during the game? Like I can understand, like you brought it, you got it in your bag, so before you go, you be like, hey, y'all know I got this. I'm going to my car.
They don't
I
give
mean,
him
I'm making it.
They don't give him the chance to make it to the bag.
No, but what
He looking for attention. He looking for attention.
That's
Yeah.
where I'm
I
getting
feel
at.
you
That's
there.
where because I've
I
seen.
feel you there.
I know this firsthand. I've coached these type of games.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, when the game is over, bro, your bag is right next to us.
True.
It's usually right there by the table next to where all the coaches are and where the
Mm-hmm.
scorecard is. So it ain't no situation where you got to go hella far to get to your bag or nothing like that. You right there, and the stands is on the other end.
Ooh,
So
wait.
it's not even on that side. So it's like, so
What you say? Ooh, wait for it. What was that? Was that an
Nigga,
outbreak?
Netflix just put above the rim on. You remember when that dude right after the game pulled the gun out, bro?
that's a street ball game with grown men.
I know. But
That's a little bit
That's the-
different.
that's the shit
now,
I
if
was
we
talking about,
now
though.
if he was, I'll put it to you like this. I think optics mean everything. If they was at the Rucker or somewhere outside playing
in the hood.
hey,
Yeah.
then I, and it's a
Right.
street ball tournament or something
shout
like
out to
that,
the Wayne brothers. We know you shot Tupac.
I am not saying none
What
of this
the
stuff that
fuck?
I'm not saying none of this stuff I'm saying.
This motherfucker with the crazy accusations and shit.
What
He
say?
did.
This nigga just said shout out to the Wayne's brother for shooting my nigga. Get the fuck out of here.
He shot him.
Get
That's
the
who
fuck
shot
outta
Tupac.
here.
That's who shot Tupac.
Hey, Warren, get him up out of here, bro.
Get him
Up out of here, man.
Man, this guy. But what I'm saying to this one is that it was a kid's game. How would you feel as a parent? This dude running around refereeing a game with a blippy on, and you just in the stands, and you're supposed to feel safe or comfortable?
Forget being a parent, bro. Me being a coach, I'm like, bro, he ain't reffing. You go somewhere else. If you that threatened, where you think the officer's gonna shoot you, I'm scared for me. They gonna shoot me.
Right.
Get him up out of here.
Right.
You a target.
I just imagine Rob arguing. Jordan's like, "Stop, Dad."
Like, no, for real. Like, no, he can't be out here with that thing on. That's crazy to me.
That-
To me, and
There's a
we making
lot.
fun of it is crazy, and that it speaks to, okay, maybe that Chicago's on fire. We know Chicago ain't safe for people out there, but bro, you bringing too much attention to yourself.
Yeah.
You in the game. This is the thing. Bro, you just called double dribble on somebody,
Poor little kid.
He viral now.
and you over here got a whole heater on your hip.
Blippy.
Like, come on, man, that's too much.
Backpack.
Yeah.
You know what the fuck's going on?
Swiper,
in my
no
backpack,
swiping.
Backpack.
Swiper, no swiping.
As we get out of here, thank you guys so very much for tuning in to another episode of About the Night Thanksgiving edition, man. We got some great guests coming up here in the next couple of weeks. I can't wait. Cannot wait. Let's go ahead and get some closing statements, man. What you got for us, Tony?
Nothing.
Come on, man. Come
Not a
on,
damn
man.
thing.
Come on, man.
I mean, the usual, man. Subscribe to us, y'all. We're going to have a big guest on soon. We're going to post it on Instagram. So please watch on our Instagram, watch on our YouTube. And we're going to be putting out a lot more shorts. So please watch for that. And we're going to have a big guest for our number 50 coming up soon. We will put that out in a couple days. So.
Huge. What you got for us? We're ready.
Man, happy Thanksgiving to everybody, man. Hope everybody's safe. Have a fun holiday, man. Enjoy the food. Thankful for all our followers, man. Everybody that tunes into the show every week, supports us. So stay tuned, man.
I would love to eat Thanksgiving with you, brother.
Facts,
You would
facts.
walk in there and be like, man.
You'd be happy to see one of his calves on the
Calves,
fucking turkey
stomping.
bowl or the turkey
Be like,
plate.
what's bigger, this leg or your calf?
This guy right over here. This guy. Mr. Sway Light Coats, what you got for us?
Oh yeah, man. Same thing, man. Same energy. Just thankful. Appreciate y'all supporting us, listening to us. We almost at 50 episodes, man. I think that's a big thing. So the people that's been there from day one, we really appreciate y'all supporting us out there when y'all see us and saying, hey, man, I really like the show, really like what y'all doing.
Right.
Appreciate all that. Tomorrow, be safe, eat good, and we'll see you next week.
Facts. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. Be safe out there tomorrow. If you're that crazy uncle with the football, make sure you get everybody up who can run, get them out there in the street and throw that ball around, man. For real, have some fun tomorrow. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in to another episode of About the Night. Good night.